Let me just get these out of the way because then I'll just get very busy with other stuff. Alright, so I did a video on tooth, and one of the things I forgot to mention in that video, it is recommended that when you're brushing your tooth, not to, you should go from gum to tooth, gum to tooth, gum to tooth, at the bottom, gum to tooth, gum to tooth, gum to tooth. That way you will prevent from having receding gum lines. So be gentle when you're brushing. To shower, I use this. And this is Tropical Traditions Liquid Soap Refill. And basically this is sulfonated organic organot. That's organic and coconut. I just created a new word, organot. Sulfonated organic virgin coconut oil, which they I cracked myself up. But I buy it in the 32 fluid ounce. And what I do is I'll transfer it to a smaller container, like a 4 ounce, and then I'll add whatever essential oils to that I feel like bathing with at the moment. And this is good. I bathe with an exfoliating glove. I don't use rags. I haven't used rags in years. I bathe with because I'm a hairy person. Like, if you look at my arm right here, look at all of this. Yeah, so whenever I shave my legs, I'll get hair bump. So I have to make sure I exfoliate properly to try to prevent that. So I use a glove, and it suds up good with that. But it's not like, after I bathe with this, I'm not dry. My skin is not icky and scratchy. Like, my skin feel moisturized, and I love this soap. I also dry brush. You know how I use brush for my face? I also dry brush my skin. I don't do it as much as I should, like with my face. I try to do my face every night. But with this, I would do it once or twice a week. And I would just sit there and you dry brush. And it's recommended to do it in the mornings before you shower. Anytime before you shower, but in the mornings before you shower. And this helps. It helps with dead skin. It helps with exfoliating, and also to push toxin from the body. And move, if you're one that's troubled with cellulite or even stretch mark, try dry brushing. I also make a salt scrub for my body, which I used the remaining of that the other day, so I don't have any now. I need to remake some, and it is awesome. Okay, so when I'm out of the shower, now that it's summer, I use oils. In winter, I use butter, and I make my own oil. And this is it. I'm working on the right oil, and if it's something that I like and I find it worth my time, I might put it in my shop, my Etsy shop. But this is the oil. I use oils in the summer and butters in the winter. For deodorant, I make my own deodorant, and this is it. And this is basically pure essential oil. It's not diluted. There's no carrier oil in this to cut it. And it's sandalwood, frankincense, rosewood, lavender, and jasmine is this blend. Like, sometime I'll change it up. This is like the third time I'm making this one, so I really like how this one smells. It's light, and it don't really messes with if I decide to wear a fragrance. You know, my other ones, they were competing with my fragrance. And I've been using this for 2 years, and it works. I've had a very bad experience with deodorant. I've been using so-called natural deodorant bought at the store, and those weren't working. I was stinking up the place. And then I started buying some off Etsy, and I think they had, what, baking soda in there? Is it baking soda? Yeah. It had baking soda, and one of them actually caused me to get cysts under my arms, and it was very bad. And I'm not one to go to doctors. It will have to be life and death. I treat myself for almost every ailment I've had. So I went online and I did some research, and most of them said, oh, you have to cut it out. And some people, when they cut them out, and I had a lot under there and it was hurting. And I was like, oh, and when you cut it out, sometimes you lose the nerve, so you won't have feelings under your armpits. And so I did hot water bath with essential oils, and I put it under there, and I didn't use anything. I just let my arms be free, and then they went away. And then I looked into making my own, and this has been working. Like, the base is always the same: frankincense and sandalwood, and it's expensive to make, and I don't think I'll ever sell it in the shop, because I don't think people want to be spending $15 for a 5 ml deodorant, or $20 for a 5 ml deodorant, you know? But it works, and trust me, when I said I used to stink, I'd be stinking up a storm. And this one, when you sweat, you actually smell good. You're supposed to sweat. It's natural to sweat. When you use store-bought deodorant, majority of them, like Secret and all of those, they're blocking the sweat. So basically your body has to eliminate waste, and if you're putting something on there that's clogging the pores and keeping all the waste in there, that's not healthy. So that's what I use for deodorant. What else do I have here? And I make my own perfume. I sell them on Etsy. They're a bit on the expensive side, but they're pure essential oils, absolute. There's no fragrance oil. It's pure and it's natural. There's no chemical in here. If you read up the things, I can't use commercial fragrance. I couldn't have for the longest time. It used to give me a headache and nauseating feeling, and so I decided to make my own, and now I'm selling them on Etsy. This is actually, I'm testing out this bottle, so there's no labels on it yet, to see how it works out, and I like it. I think it's nice and sleek. What do you think? It's sexy, isn't it? Yeah, so that is it, and I hope I covered everything. I think so. But if I didn't and I missed something out, let me know.